Alright, this video goes out to Nipsey Hussle, man. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. You know what really fucking pisses me off, though? Is the ignorance of so many goddamn people. With this whole guy who was found to shot Nipsey, the police finally have the name of the individual and have him into custody. What's really fucked up is the fact that there was speculation about Dr. Sebi and this whole raw food, holistic living and how Dr. Sebi was killed, and the speculation regarding if Nipsey Hussle's death had anything to do with it. How dare people think for themselves? How dare people step outside of the box and not have groupthink? This is a perfect example of what's fucking wrong with today's society. People automatically assume that you're in the wrong or you're confused for even considering that Nipsey Hussle's death may have been an inside job, or that somebody may have paid somebody to kill him. Some sort of higher ups from the pharmaceutical industry or wherever. Because guess what? Dr. Sebi and that whole thing that he had going on in Honduras, that's fishy. However way you look at it, the man was a raw food connoisseur. He was a spokesperson for good health, healthy habits, and healthy living. And he dies. And people, how dare them step outside of the box and actually question the status quo of what's going on. And what's really going on is that we're being fed garbage. All our ailments, cancer, lupus, Lyme disease, Crohn's disease, all that stuff. That is directly associated to the foods that we're putting into our body. Now, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but you got to think about it. Raw foods, they're living organisms, right? We are living beings. So as living beings, we need to be consuming living organisms, live enzymes, good, wholesome food to put in our body. I know that's kind of going off on a tangent, but these are the things that Dr. Sebi, these are the things that Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and these are the things that Nipsey Hussle touted. Was good health, having your mental health together. Going on a raw food diet is hard, however way you look at it, but there are so many benefits of it. Dr. Sebi had people coming into his house and he was curing them of AIDS and HIV. I think he said something like 13 or 14 people that he cured, and his mom always fucking told him that he needs to watch out, he needs to watch his back, because he's going against the grain and he's going against the status quo. And she knows that people are going to be after you. Higher ups are going to be after you if you have that mindset. Not only have that mindset, but if you have a platform, if people are benefiting off of your healthy living regimen, or whatever direction you go with that. His mom always warned him, and guess what? She was right, because he did end up getting killed, and he did not need to get killed. And how dare people question it? This goes full circle about how it's just pathetic that people automatically assume that you're crazy or that you're a stupid idiot because you dare to think that Nipsey Hussle may have been killed. Well, guess what? He was making a fucking documentary that was going to expose the pharmaceutical industry, the food industry, everything that Dr. Sebi stood for was going to be put on full gallery for people to see. And people question the fact that Nipsey Hussle may have been killed. Come on, man. That's the first thing I thought when it happened. Just like this Jussie Smollett thing. It's the first thing I thought when it happened, that, okay, this is fishy. This is potentially fake. And people were calling me crazy at the beginning. And guess what? It turns out it was true. Jussie Smollett was lying the whole time. So I guess the whole point of this is don't be afraid to step outside of the box and question what you hear. Take what you hear with a grain of salt. Not everything you hear from our mainstream media is going to be true. Not formal opinions that people may have about certain topics. All right, it's not a bad thing to go against the grain and think for yourself. This is fucking ridiculous. R.I.P. Nipsey, man.